since everybody keeps asking for it. Coming to your home for review from MikeOfAllTrades in 2022, Killer Instinct. What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades, coming at you today with the video that I didn't think about making, and then I kept getting asked for it, my Killer Instinct review. You know what I'm saying? So, for those who don't know, Killer Instinct is an arcade game that came out back in the 90s. I want to say 1994. You know what I mean? To much fanfare and everything else. A lot of people called it a knockoff of Mortal Kombat. A lot of people called it a Street Fighter clone. A lot of people called it a hybrid. I called it one of the coolest games I ever got to see. The thing about this game for me is, when I was younger, I didn't get to play it. So imagine my surprise. Here we are in 2022. Arcade1up releases a home version of Killer Instinct. And yo, literally when it came back out in November, literally one of the first people to pre-order it. You know what I mean? I had it pre-ordered. It was ready to go. My $740 was like, yo, here, take that. You know, didn't know anything going into it, just knowing that, yo, I love Killer Instinct 2. And if I got to spend more hands-on time with Killer Instinct 1, maybe Killer Instinct 1 as well. So let's talk about the cabinet a little bit. So the cabinet's about 65 inches tall, 64 inches tall. It's still kind of short to me because I'm like 6'3.5", you know what I mean? But it's a great cabinet, you know what I mean? The side art and the riser artwork, you know what I'm saying? The side art's great, okay? Spinal on the side and everything else. I'm still to this day wishing that they would put freaking screw cap seals on so you can just completely seal off and it'll be completely black. But that's okay. The riser is just, it's just a riser. It's just black. The Rare logo's on the front. There's a little bit of art on the side from the panel, from the artwork, whatever. But it's nothing major where it's just, it's a riser. I mean, it's just a black riser to go along with the cabinet. The marquee, and you'll see the marquee right now on camera. It looks really washed out, and the blacks aren't as black as they should be. Hopefully in the Pro Series cabinet, the blacks will be better. It even said that's one of the perks is an improved marquee. You know, kind of grinds your gears when you hear it a little bit like, oh, well, I just spent $700. Yo, can I get a good marquee? But there are options. Retro 730, arcade graphics. There are places you can get a marquee and fix that yourself if you really want to. Now, let's talk about the JPanel. Now, originally, before this thing came out, John D put up a post on Twitter and was like, yo, shout out to Retro Ralph and Console Kits for letting us know about the changing the panel, and we're going to fix it so it's more flush and everything else, right? You can tell that they didn't cut out because this was still a legacy cabinet, like one of the Mortal Kombat or whatever else, because there is a gap in the JPanel. There's a legitimate gap in the JPanel. Like, I can stick my whole finger in there, okay? You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. It's a minor gripe. I don't look at my JPanel like that, so it's nothing where I'm going to, like, lose sleep about it. But, you know, it's a thing. Speaking of the control panel, it's not flush. It's not flush like it should be, okay? And maybe it's because I don't have my deck protector, but we'll talk about that a little later. But I've had other people tell me that, you know, it's not flush. Like, it's almost still like the Mortal Kombat marquee. Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition, where they had that lip, and it was really uncomfortable to sit your arm on, your hand on. And I didn't notice it until I really started playing. And yeah, this was a little swollen up, but you know, it is what it is. The button quality and the stick quality, however, are a hell of a lot better than where they came from in Wave 1. The Wave 1 Street Fighter buttons, and hell, even the buttons in Arcade1up Big Blue, they are trash. Let's be real, they're trash. But the button quality and the stick quality inside of Killer Instinct, they're way better. Are they the best? No. By all means, no. But they're good enough to get the job done. You know what I mean? If you still want to swap out your sticks, still want to swap out your buttons, that's always an option. You can completely do that. I'm pretty sure Bobby Vu's got something in the pipeline for a Killer Instinct panel. Yo, Bobby. Yo, holla at your boy. You already know what it is. The buttons are great. The buttons are way better, so they're great. The sticks are better. And I'm pretty sure there's a 49-way gate in there. I didn't take the panel off. That's my fault. But, yo, these gates are usually what you get in your Street Fighters, and, you know what I'm saying, square gates, what you get in your Street Fighters, your Mortal Kombats. And then you usually get octagonal gates. You get these in, like, your Simpsons and your Turtles. And I think, besides Defender, I don't even know if the Defender one had. I'd have to ask Papa Brad about that. But I know NBA Jam had a 49-way gate in it, a restrictor gate. And I'm pretty sure that's what's in the Killer Instinct as well, as a 49-way gate. You know what I'm saying? The speaker sound, it's hit or miss, all right? It depends on the game. Most of the time, I keep the speakers at 9. Literally, I keep the speakers at 9. For me, 9 is the sweet spot. I know that Twisted Chris put a video out when he did his review, talked about you can get those like $18 speakers from Amazon, and they really wham, and they make a hell of a difference. And that's definitely an option if you want to improve it. But if you don't want to really put more money into it, leaving it at 9 is perfect. You know, you don't get the high end, it doesn't sound tinny or whatever else like that. You know what I mean? It sounds really good for it. The UI, it's clean. You know, you turn it on, and your games are listed. You see Killer Instinct 1, so Killer Instinct 2, Battletoads, and then you see bonus games, which is pretty much the Nintendo and Sega Genesis versions of Battletoads, right? You know what I'm saying? One of the things that, you know what I'm saying, that's cool about it is that you can turn on Scanlines. Like my cabinet, I don't know if you see it right now, but my cabinet has on the Scanline CRT filter. And it gives it like that old, like retro feeling, you know. I'm not really a huge Scanline person, but the Scanlines do make a difference. You know, it makes me feel like I'm in this dark, like arcade hall, you know what I mean? Where like people are smoking cigarettes and they done spilled Mountain Dew on the floors and the floors feel sticky. So the Scanlines are great for that, you know. There are other options in there. You can do favorite lists now. So your favorite people like Travis MCP. Yo, shout out to the homie. Yo, he's on my favorites list. And you can match up with those people and choose them. It's not really a friends list, but you know, you can make it so that only your favorites can see you, only you're visible online by everybody, or you can just be offline at all. You know what I'm saying? And not be seen. And the reason I mention that is because online play kind of doesn't matter at this point in time. There's a bug going around that is constantly wiping the scores and win-loss records of online play currently. I know Code Mystics is working on it. I know somebody who's in the beta program, and they've got the beta, so shout out to them. And pretty much what they're trying to fix is your score gets wiped, and you basically need to get back up to your old score before your scores start registering online. So if you're like a shark, like you're like Killer Arcade games or something like that, and let's say you got to like 43 wins. I think CAG is like 43 or probably more than that or whatever, right? And you get up there and your scores get wiped, you have to get back up to 43 before your online scores start registering again. That's a problem. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about it real quick because it came up. Let's talk about Spectator Gate, right? Which shouldn't really even be a thing. You know what I mean? Initially, when we brought it up, it was a big thing, whatever. There's workarounds around it or whatever else. But the lack of spectator mode, for everybody who's saying it's not a big deal, go back and look at Akuma Rev's channel and watch the Marvel vs. Capcom Championships. And watch how many people were sitting there spectating off their cabinets and seeing the feed live. That's all I'm saying about that. You know what I mean? For me, like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to my cabinet, I was missing a deck protector. And so I haven't been able to play it as much as I want to, because please believe, I would be on there playing Killer Instinct 2 all day, every day. Going back and forth with this guy, Anthony, from Arcade1up, back and forth. At first, they told me, you know, they would send me a deck protector because it was missing. I had to like take a picture and scan in my serial number and all this other stuff. Like, it's completely different. The last time I had to actually contact Arcade1up was when my monitor came out of the box not working for Marvel Superheroes. So it's been that long. You know what I mean? And I had to scan a barcode and I had to send a picture in and do all that. And then he's like, yo, we'll send a deck protector. And I said, yo, am I able to play this thing while I'm waiting for the deck protector? And initially he was like, no, because if you ruin it, you know what I'm saying? He's like, no, because you don't want to ruin the artwork. I said, well, the artwork is ruined. Can you send me another one? And he's like, no, we can't do that. We can't send you a new panel, et cetera, right? And I said, okay, cool. I just want to know for clarification. So before I put in this review video, and literally, as soon as I said that, this was the response. It was, we're sorry to hear that you're having problems. As you know, with everything back in the world, things are backed up and we can't ship the things out. So we're going to send out a deck protector for you as soon as possible. Also, if your control deck gets damaged, in any way, shape, or form, we will also replace your control deck, but please be aware that that also will take time because of the ongoing pandemic. As a consolation for you waiting so long, we're going to send you 3 Pac-Man Arcade1up 10 signs. They're wall hangs, and they're good for decorations in your game room. I'm saying, I hope this helps. So he sent it. You guys saw my short, you know what I mean? If you didn't see my short, yeah, they sent 4. So I thankfully didn't have the PCB issue like OTG had, or the power issue like him and How the Bachelor had, you know what I mean? I think How the Bachelor had a power issue, you know what I'm saying? Thankfully mine didn't come like that, you know? So the Arcade1up people, you know what I'm saying, they shined on me. But a missing deck protector is kind of thing. And I think maybe if the deck protector, when I'm resting my hand, maybe that was possibly part of the thing that helped to level the deck off a little bit more. I'm not sure. I can't speak to that. I don't have a deck protector, so I don't know. Online match play. I played some online matches, all Wi-Fi, you know, all Wi-Fi, because I don't remember if there's an Ethernet port on the back of it or not, you know what I'm saying? But I played all Wi-Fi, and I played people from various areas and whatever else. Again, this is all before my freaking scores got wiped, okay? And because I was a victim of that, I did get my scores wiped. And the last matches I played, like, I literally played with Travis, and they were buttery smooth. No lag, no delay, etc., etc. It was good. The online play was awesome. You know what's not awesome? Battletoads. Why is Battletoads on this cabinet? I understand that it's owned by Rare. I understand that Microsoft was like, yo, throw this on there too, because, you know, we just put Battletoads out for the Xbox Series and Xbox One and PC. So, yo, make sure you put Battletoads on there. I genuinely would have rather just had Killer Instinct 1 and 2. Battletoads Arcade is cool, you know, whatever, it's a beat 'em up. If you got Rare Replay, you have access to it, etc., right? Battletoads Arcade, fine. But why are we putting the NES and Genesis version of Battletoads on there? Although I will say, playing the NES version of Battletoads, if you hit the coin button, the coin button, the start button for that ROM, like, it literally pauses the game, and you get that nice. The same can be said for the Sega Genesis version. Yo, but that's the video. What do I think about spending $700 on this? For me, it's great. To even get Killer Instinct running on an Arcade1up PCB, it's amazing to me. I'm mind blown that they even got that game running. There's a couple hiccups or whatever, a couple of stutters and frame issues. Like, you can see it, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it runs flawlessly. Legitimately, the game runs flawlessly. But I can give that a hard recommend. I can genuinely give Killer Instinct a hard recommend. Some of you might be waiting for the Pro Series. I feel you on that. I also am waiting for the Pro Series. But if you want to get your records up, if you want to get some practice in, you know, if you want to come and swim with the sharks because of online lobbies, they do have players playing at all times for the most part, which is surprising. If you want to get busy, pick up Killer Instinct. I'm MikeOfAllTrades. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.